This to make it 28-3. Arthur Blank loving it. Up by 25. Toss to White. He's in. What a comeback.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the 28-3 podcast. We are coming at you with the Saints versus Giants predictions. Going to try to make this one a quick hitter. And as always, we're going to have some locks at the end. We're still in search of the first one. But our Saints head into New Jersey to take on the New York Giants this week. And we're playing a 2-win team. And most of the time you would say, hey, this looks pretty good. But start off with Max. How are you feeling? Do you think we can take advantage of playing a somewhat weaker team?
I mean, we're playing a 2-win team, but we're a 4-win team, so
we got twice as many wins as they do.
Yeah, I guess that would that math does work out.
The maths.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you, I'm kind of conflicted on this one because I the wind went out of the sails of the Rizzy ship, in my opinion, last week. I think he really needed to win that one to keep the momentum going and really build up his resume to make his case for the head coaching job next year. So I don't know. This one falls in the category of must win if he has any realistic aspirations of having the job full time. This Giants team, obviously, they're pretty bad on offense, although they have a stud wide receiver in Neighbors. The quarterback situation, I know they're starting Drew Lock. I mean, Drew Lock's been in the league for a few years now. He started some games. You would think he would be able to be at least a competent option. Our defense is still our defense. It's beaten up. The secondary guys have been shaky at best. The defensive line has been leaky and shaky, whatever word you want to use. They've been getting gouged. That second half was brutal to watch. Watching the Rams running backs just run for 7, 8, 9 yards a clip. Against my better judgment, I'm going to say we win this one. I think the weather's, I don't think the weather's supposed to be much of a factor. Last I heard it was going to be like 45 degrees. So unless anything changes with that, I think it's not going to be one of those snow games we've seen the last couple of weeks on primetime football. So I think the weather shouldn't be too much of a factor. I'm going to go with a Saints win. We really don't have any options for offensive MVP other than Kamara. So I guess I'll go ahead and I'll ride with Kamara. I will say, though, if Kendre Miller plays, I would expect him to be a big part of the offensive game plan just to alleviate some of the load that Kamara is going to have to carry. I feel like they're going to want to see what they have in him. And all indications are he should be coming off of IR. Obviously, we haven't gotten the official word on that yet. So, we're recording this Thursday night, so I'm sure the news will come out tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and roll with Kamara. I'll say 1 touchdown, 120, 130 total yards. Defensive MVP, this one a little bit tougher. I feel like there's going to be some interceptions we're going to get. I'm going to go with the Honey Badger. I feel like he's going to snag an interception.
I was wondering if
he's playing for sure.
I think so.
I'm just asking because he left the game and I didn't go look anything on him.
I feel like
Ross Jackson put out. I mean, a bunch of guys are putting out the injury report.
Yeah, what did it say last night? I missed the latest one. I'm pulling it up.
I don't recall noticing him on there.
Here we go. It's Matthew was a full practice.
Okay, so he's in.
Look, Kendre was a full practice as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I feel like I'm tempted to take Kendre as my offensive player of the game, but I'm going to stick with Kamara. We'll stick with the Kamara, 130 yards, 1 touchdown. I'm going to go with Honey Badger, 1 interception at least. It feels like Drew Lock's gonna throw one up, maybe multiple. So if your boy Alante can't have a good game this week, I don't know when it's going to happen.
But your offensive, you say Kendrick or Kamara?
Kamara.
Okay.
I'm going with Kamara, but I'm also going on the record as saying
Would you
I
say
think
130 yards?
130 total yards,
Yeah.
1 touchdown.
And then Honey Badger just.
I also think Kendrick has a touchdown as well, though. But I think Kamara is going to outgain him in the yardage, so we'll go ahead and give it to him.
You going interception on Honey Badger?
Honey Badger interception, and obviously some tackles. I don't care about tackles as much, but the interception will be the big play.
Let's see. Max, Honey Badger tackles some. Got it.
There you go. And final score. Let's see. I'm going to go Saints 24, Giants 17. It'll be closer than it should be.
I mean, we're just looking at the spreads. The line on this one, I got NFL ESPN bet is still up. I mean, I think we're only favored by
3 or something.
ESPN's got us at 4, but I'm pretty sure FanDuel has like 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, it's a push on an even field.
Yeah.
No, opposite, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's 7.
6
So
or 6.5, 7. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I keep forgetting we're there this week. I don't know why I keep thinking it's a home game. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got you down for that. Nick, what you got? Wait, hold on. I'm next.
Okay, then I'll go. Then
right.
locks.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going in the order that you usually write us down on your paper. I'm trying to keep it the same.
Don't screw it up without me there. Don't mess up that legal pad, buddy.
I'm not as artistic as you. I mean, I don't know if people know this, but like, I mean, the boxes and circles and multiple pen strokes you put.
There's a lot going on, dude.
I mean, it's
there's a method to his madness.
I mean, it's impressive. It's impressive.
Well, actually, before we go any further, what is the tally right now going into this week?
All right, let me see.
Not to put too much pressure on you there, buddy. Put you on the spot.
All right, Corey's coming off his best week of the year.
You know, reading's hard.
He really is. He really is.
That was like a third of your points was last week.
Yeah. Well, I was on a pointless streak since the Panthers game because yeah, I was sitting at 2. I can't believe I was only 1 point below Max at one point.
Yeah, I went on a streak, man. I was only 1 behind Nick until last week.
Yeah, who is it when
what's the score?
All right, total tally. I mean, Nick just started drawing circles inside of your number, Max, but I think it's
I was 1 behind Nick going into last week. He picked up 2, I picked up 1, so I'm 2 behind him now. I know that.
Well, based on what Nick scribbled on here, it looks like you got 8 and he's got 9. You were 2 behind him after the Browns game.
No, I'm 2 behind him.
You got to add in this week. You got to add this week to that number.
Good Lord, Corey.
We just had a game, Corey. We didn't tally it yet. So
that's right. You haven't been here to update this. That's right.
There you go.
All right. So last week, let's see. So
are we going to release this part as a separate episode? You tallying up the points?
It might have to be. All right. So Nick got 1.
Math by 28-3 podcast.
They don't make you take math classes when you get your law degree?
No, they actually do not. I did all the math in college.
Yeah. Apparently you didn't.
Hey,
Boy, what is 8 plus 1? Write that down.
I'm just trying to replicate all the circles from Nick.
You don't need to do all that. Let's get this show on the road.
The tally is Max is at 8, Nick is at 10. I'm at 5. That's a nice number for me, guys. Compared to the 2.
Okay.
To get 2 in a week? I mean, you got 2 last week. That's huge.
I'm on a point streak.
It's honestly your biggest week of the season, so you should go.
It's 40% of your points came last week. So thanks to the Rams for bringing Corey back.
It's the biggest 2 weeks.
He's not quite back yet. Let's be honest.
before the Chargers game, I was at 2. So now I'm at 5. There we go.
There you go. It's on a run.
All right. Yeah. So 2 behind is Max, and look out, Max. I'm only 3 behind you.
There you go.
Make it all up. Maybe
can be made up in 1 week.
That's right.
If you pick all different. So is it going to be the Giants? You making a move?
I'm not. I don't know. Thinking about it now. Anywho,
who you got?
All right. Wait, what the fuck was that? What's up with this legal pad?
Good Lord.
They're all the
pages.
same legal pads.
You got pages sticking together on this thing. All right, here we go.
Do you
Okay.
do this in a courtroom? Were you fucking
No, I have my-
filibustering here?
I have my own legal pads
Oh, God.
that I'm used to. I don't know where Nick got this one. I'm going to go with the Saints win. I just think the Giants are too banged up. You know, they're missing their best defensive lineman, which is to our advantage. They're missing an offensive lineman, they're missing a linebacker. They've got Drew Lock playing quarterback. Yeah, it is a home game, but I feel like that could in some ways be worse for them, especially if things go south where, you know, their fans are just going to be booing them. It's going to be a terrible environment, especially if we take off with it. And another thing that I read that I like about our, you know, as far as pertains to our chances of winning, Darren Rizzi's going home, guys. He's from New Jersey. He's going to play an NFL football game for the first time as a head coach, like minutes away from where he grew up. I like the vibes factor in that one. So Rizzi's going home. I'm not saying like the whole Riz is going to be back or anything, but he, you know, he's got something to coach for. That could also backfire, but I'm going to say we win. Yeah, I still can't predict that this is going to be a shootout, some big scoring fest, but I think we get a 2-score win. And so I'm going to go with the top number that Max had at 24, but I'm going to put the Giants at 14. It's close to going 10 there. But 24-14 Saints win. Yeah, in terms of offensive MVP.
Hey, did any of us nail the score last week? We forgot to look at that. What were the score predictions?
No, we were all a little over, I think. We were close, though. We overshot it slightly, I believe.
Let's see. Yeah, nobody got the score. It was
I might have had
Max had 24-21. Nick, you had 23-20. And then I had 28-20. So
Okay.
it's not far off. I mean, I was 5 points
like-
off. Max was 8 points off. I mean, that's pretty damn close. I think we were on that game pretty good, that we would just get beat out in the second half. It'd be close.
What did we say? So if someone nails the exact score, we said we were going to give a bonus for that, right? What did we say it was going to be?
I think you said you just win the whole year.
No.
I mean, if
What
you're
was
given
it,
any
3
bonus
points?
points, you're probably going to win the whole year if you get a score right.
Any amount of bonus will
Right,
will
that seals
If
it.
anyone hits the score, they pretty much win. So
increase my tally by 100%. Yeah. So you know, offensive MVP. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go with Carr.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna go with Carr.
I feel like you
I
just
just-
stole Nick's vote.
I was on the
He-
fence.
It's not that he had the worst week last week, but I think there was a few plays he wanted to get back from last week, and I think he's going to feel a sense of. I hope this is the case anyway, that he gets a sense of relief with the lack of pressure that they have with their main, like, you know, they have defensive captains that are pass rushers that are not playing, that are out, that have been out, and if you get a little bit up on this team, they're just going to fold. That's what the 2-win teams do. That's what we might do as a 4-win team, but yeah, I think Carr's gonna have a decent game. The highest over under on his passing I saw was 224. So give me 230 passing, and he might only throw for 1 touchdown, but it's going to be one of those games where, considering how little in terms of talent we have elsewhere, 230, no turnovers from him, and a touchdown, and otherwise orchestrating a solid game for the Saints offense is going to be MVP worthy in my book. So 230 yards, 1 TD, 0 turnovers. And then defensive MVP in this one, I can see this being a game where maybe pull up that injury chart because I don't think he's injured, but this might be one where Carl Granderson comes out of the woodwork and starts teeing off on Drew Lock. Especially their propensity to give up sacks recently. So give me a multiple sack game by Granderson. So minimum 2, but it could be one. It could be just that one game of the year where Big Creep just jumps in and starts racking up the stats. I think it's a good game for that. So That's what's going to take me into the tie with Max to get 3. Well, it can't. I'll get 2 points on you.
I was about
I'll
to
get
say,
2
you're
points on
really
you.
not good at this math thing, are you?
That was just late. That one was just fine. It
He's
is late.
still sick, I guess. We'll cut him.
I've been sick. The theme is the Saints officially made me sick, but I'm getting over it. So big creep for me. Granderson.
Pretty disappointing year for him after the first few weeks too.
Right, but I think that's kind of how it goes with the entirety of our D line. Like, we have yet to have that one dude who is so consistently there every single week, in and out. We don't have there's no DeMario analog to the defensive line. So it's like every week, it's if someone has a big week, it's like first time that guy's had a big week in a little while. The closest guy maybe is Brzee in sacks. But then you look at the way he grades out and the way he's actually playing.
He's not actually playing well. He's just rushing the passer.
Right,
okay.
Right, exactly. He's apparently not playing football very well, but he jumps in and gets some sacks here and there. So
he's a one-trick pony. No, his one-trick pony's a fun trick, but you know, he's got to learn how to play the run.
Yeah, and he's 19 years old, so he'll figure it out. Anywho, so
more Corey math.
Yeah, I think
I'm done with math. I'm done with math.
Thank God.
I was thinking Carr too. Originally, I think it's being understated how well he's played considering the circumstances since he came back. Pretty sure he doesn't have a turnover in the 4 games. He's averaging about.
You just jinxed him. So
that's why I'm pivoting away. He's due. I hate to say it.
This is the other reason Nick goes up in his points. He ruins our picks. He announcer jinxes the other guy's picks.
You deserve it. I just think.
Do I?
We got to keep you on the cellar there.
Thanks.
I was going to pick him in this game, and then that gives me pause because with what we're working with as a team right now to have no turnovers, I don't think – does the team even have a turnover in the last 4 games that you recall?
I don't think so.
No, Taysom had 2. Sorry. Forget about that. But great, his best game and maybe as a Saint, and he had 2 turnovers. But
yep.
So I'd like to. It'd be awesome if you could keep it going because I think if he just doesn't turn it over, I don't see how we lose the game. I think it would take turnovers for us to lose this game, in my opinion.
Agreed.
If we don't turn it over, I think this one's. I'm not going to say we walk away with it because we don't have the firepower to walk away with it, but I think we control the game, and it looks like we've been winning the game the whole game for the most part. Barring some fluke, early touchdown drive or something by Locke, and then. But I think on the field it's going to look like we're the better team, even with all the injuries. Their defense, like Max said, has been great all year, but they are banged up, and they haven't been as great the last few weeks. So I don't know if that's just a downward trend or just a couple rough games, but they haven't been as dominant as they were. I'm sure it's frustrating losing games when you're holding teams to 15 points, over and over again. So offensively for them, I mean, they have 2 players you have to be concerned with, in my opinion, in Neighbors and Tracy. But I just, I watched the game, Drew Lock's first game last week, and it wasn't good, dude. He did get out of the pocket and get a couple scrambles, so maybe we have to worry about that a little bit as usual.
He was the leading rusher last week with 57 yards.
Yeah. So you do have to worry about that because he is capable of it. And I don't think he's a terrible player. I just think that line is really struggling and that team's just really struggling across the board. They're kind of a mess everywhere at the moment. So unless they drastically turn something around, I think we can hold serve and pull this one out. I'm going to say it's 19-13, my big field goal game. I think it probably looks worse than that, but I'm going to say it's 19-13 and we cover. I'm going to take Kamara because Taysom's out. Especially if Kendre doesn't play, I think you're going to see a lot of AK. Just again, with the options being as limited as they are, he's going to get the ball 25 times. And all year when he's produced. So, with the limited options we have, I'm going to say we go with that game plan, more conservative, knowing we should be able to hold their offense at least in check for most of the game. Defensively, this one's tough because I was actually going to take Granderson, but I'm not going to just because Corey did. We got to give him a chance to gain some points back.
Take both of your guys?
little charity action?
No, I changed Carr before, like going into it, but I was originally thinking Carr before, we started the pod, but I was going away from it the whole time. I'm going to go Chase Young just for the hell of it, just for fuck's sake.
Dude, I almost just
fifth in the league
changed
in
it to
pressures
him.
and can't get a
But
sack.
you're good. You're good.
Yeah, that's right. He's still on our team, huh?
He is. And I just saw a stat they posted. I was watching another game, and he was 5th in the league in QB pressures. He's got like 2 sacks. What the fuck?
I feel like he's been top 5 in pressures the entire year. And
Yeah.
It's like, dude, just get home, bro.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you're getting back there and not doing anything, I don't know if you're doing anything. So, but I'm going to say he gets home. I'm going to say
we need to put that quote up on the wall. If you're not getting back there and doing anything, I don't know if you're doing anything. That was pretty solid.
That's profound.
Like that.
Wait, say that again. You broke up for a second on my end.
Well, you just said we need to put your quote up on the wall. Hey, if you're not getting back there and doing anything,
I don't think you're doing anything.
I don't know if you're doing anything.
Put it up there on the board.
Yeah.
So, also looking forward with him, just real quick, his price tag is going to stay low. So they're going to have an option to sign him probably for a similar amount of money, I would think. Yeah. But not that matters at the moment. But I'll take him with, impacting the quarterback 3 or 4 times and actually getting a sack and being impactful, like us getting pressure consistently on passing downs as a unit, and then him getting home at least once. But being back there more and causing disruption more than once. I'll go with him just for fun.
Okay. So, remind me of your stats on him again.
3 pressures and a sack.
Got it.
If Kamara, I will say 100 rushing yards plus 4 catches.
100 rushing. Okay.
Yeah. A touchdown. Call it 125 total and a touchdown. So about 100 yards and then 4 for 25 to 30, something like that. And then 19-13 on the score.
All right. Cool.
And Groupie misses another one.
Got to throw that in for good measure. I was stealing your picks. Maybe you stole my lock. Speaking of, y'all want to get into the locks of the week? You think this is the week where I can finally make one happen?
No.
It's gonna happen. He's on a rager right now. He's got 3 points in 2 weeks. So
I'm feeling successful.
I'm feeling it.
Feeling very successful.
No, he has 2 points in 2 weeks.
No, he got 2 last week and 1 the week before, I think.
You did get one?
Did you?
Or was
that the Chargers?
Forever, bro.
Or was that the Chargers?
I've gone up 3 points since the Chargers game.
Okay.
And that was at 2 at the Chargers game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
But then, like I said, so all right. Let me work out the technical side of the whatchamacallit, the locks here real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and chug another White Claw.
Nah, we're not doing White Claws. We're going with these neutral things this week.
Organic.
Nick, while I set this up, you want to remind them who this segment is brought to you by?
Corey's Guaranteed Not Locks is brought to you by the Norton Leatherman Spine Institute in Louisville, Kentucky, and our friend Paul Celestri.
Yeah, what's the opposite of a lock?
It's not even a bad beat. It's just a beat over and over again. He's going to do it this week. I think I know where he's going, and I like it.
I mean, we kind of coached him on this one. If he goes where we think he's going,
well,
he's got a chance.
My glasses are in the car again, but I'm going to just roll with it. Unless you want to get him.
Nah, you're good. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Corey's Locks, and we're back. We are yet here again, and I don't have any locks for you until now. Because the lock for this week is, I'm just going to keep it simple. We got a guy that's been stashed away for a long time, way too long. Some might even say he was stashed away out of spite by our former head coach, who was so thankfully canned. But a wise man once said, we're going to let that dog off the leash. And I'm ready to get out there and bark a little bit. That man was Kendre Miller this week about the possibility of getting out of the doghouse that he was in with DA and being on good terms with Darren Rizzi. And another not so wise man also said, if Kendre Miller is going to play this week, he's going to score. So your lock of the week this week is 1 touchdown, a score from Kendre Miller. He might have more than one, but it's a score from Kendre Miller. He hasn't gotten one yet this year. We had to wait a long time last year to see it. But lock it in. That man is playing. He's ready to eat. And like he said himself, he going to bark a little bit. So that's your lock. Kendre Miller.
Touchdown.
Score.
I like that one.
I like it. This is better than your other ones. I feel you're going to hit this one, I think.
It's all about the vibes. It's all about the vibes. He's ready to get let off that leash. Darren Rizzi's going home. Bedford, New Jersey, whatever the hell town it is. There's a bunch of drones flying around over there right now. Maybe that's going to fuck up our game. We'll see. But one thing's for certain. Drones, no drones. Home, no home for Darren Rizzi. Kendre Miller's going to get that ball in the end zone.
There we go.
And
All right, let's see it.
There we go. Any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
No.
Nope.
Good.
Just that I find it interesting in true Saints fashion. We have Rizzi fighting for a chance to get the head coaching job while actively destroying our draft status if he is successful.
Couldn't have it any other way.
The most Saints thing ever. It's perfect. So let's go win.
That's right. All right. So thank you all again for listening to another episode of this podcast. Maybe you'll get a lock. Maybe you'll get some guidance from us. But let's see what happens in New Jersey when the Saints take on the Giants. Till next time. Who dat?
Who dat?
What a